The reigning PSP World Champions, San Antonio X Factor, took third at the first event in Dallas. And though they lost to Vicious in the semifinals, they were one of the most entertaining teams to watch because they had numerous come-from-behind victories at the first event. X Factor's stars were on fire at the last tournament. Archie Montemayor, currently the Top Gun leader, put in a performance to behold. His depth of paintball knowledge and low number of mistakes is what separates him from most of his peers. Colt Roberts had highlight reel run-throughs in almost every game, including a walk-off 5-kill run-through to be infamous in the prelims. Scott Kemp has done nothing but get better and better since mid-season last year and is becoming one of the best D-side players in the PSP. Grayson Goff and the rest of the best kids in Texas crew continues their consistent ways, and every way you break down X Factor, they look as strong as they did when they won the world title. They have all the weapons and the support that they need to stay at the top of the game. In their best performance since they entered the professional division, Omaha Vicious took second in Dallas, defeated in the finals by Infamous. But they did take down the 2013 World Champs X Factor in the semifinals, staving off a last-minute comeback from the champions. In an outstanding display of heart and drive, it was the core of the team that made the difference for Vicious. Parker Rosenthal and Zach Sherman took their game to another level in their run towards the finals. Trevor Reeser and rookie Alexander Borromeo were also big contributors. Shane Colby is a fearless beast in the snake and is a giant asset as their first attacker, as he is willing to take and dish out bunkerings to get the job done. Number 2 ranked Matt Sossman played well in limited action, and he could get more playing time on this layout. After they cut Luis Munoz, Vicious picked up young standout Nate Schrader, who will be playing on the D side. Led by one of the best coaches in the game, Todd Martinez, Vicious showed us that they are ready to prove themselves and be a mainstay in the Champs division. The question remaining is, can Vicious repeat the run they made in Dallas and stay in the overall title hunt with the top teams?
Welcome back. We are going into our last match of day 2, Vicious versus X Factor. This is a super important match for both of you. I'm here with Dimitri Ninios. Now, we've been here before. Vicious knocked you guys out of the semifinals in Dallas. So coming into this, how are you guys feeling?
Well, we definitely want to show them who the better team is. Unfortunately, it's going to play a little slow, but that's our intention.
So you are predicting that these are going to be slow, longer points rather than...
Definitely more drawn-out points than any other, just especially because nobody wants to give an inch here, you know?
What do you think is the most challenging aspect of this field that you really got to lock down?
All the zones. You know, you got to pick and choose your battles and stay alive. So everything is a challenge.
All right, we'll see who stays alive longer. Stay tuned. It's coming up in 13 seconds.
So here we go, last game of the day for the 2014 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open in the prelims. I'm Manny Marshall with Steve Rabikoff and Nikki Cuba. Gonna call this game for you guys here, man. Champions League game, and we'll see what happens on the breakout here. X Factor and Vicious. X Factor will be on your left-hand side. Vicious is on your right-hand side.
X Factor with a big breakout on the snake side with Billy Bernaccia getting into the corner. Now he's crawling into snake 2, and followed by Montemayor filling into the snake side Aztec. They also take Dorito 1 with Scott Kemp. Colt Roberts trying to fill him out, but he gets shot from Sherman. And right now we have a stacked backfield for Vicious. It's a 4-on-4 situation.
Here comes Billy Bernaccia right to the snake 50.
Yep, in favor of San Antonio X Factor, applying the pressure. Right now, Billy has to just chill out and wait for the opportunity.
Because those guys are just pinched, but they have nowhere to go right now. If he just keeps his gun up.
Scott Kemp getting taken out from Sherman. We got Colby spreading the field on the snake side for Vicious.
Billy Bernaccia again in this 50-yard line snake. Didn't kill a lot of guys in their last win, but I'll tell you what, man, they needed that win, and Billy did everything he needed to do.
Archie Montemayor following him up, trying to catch barrels and hoppers and goggle lenses right now as everyone's shooting at Billy Bernaccia. 3-on-3 situation.
Yeah, you're looking at the 3 players left alive here on the field for Omaha Vicious, stuck in the pocket and tight in their bunkers. Look at Zach Sherman, tight as he possibly can get in that stand-up there. And there's Archie and Montemayor who rule the snake. No one is stopping them here. The only person that's looking at them or has a gun on them is Sherman.
I was mistaken. There is 4 Vicious players on 3 X Factor. What I would like to see is if Billy has walked the snake, and I know he has, he could back up to the back of the leg segment.
3-on-3.
No, there's a player on the far,
Yeah.
the
Two in the back
tower.
center.
Oh.
He's the back center. He's creeping, hiding back there.
And he just fills out. That's Trevor. Trevor Reeser spreading the field on Dorito side.
He was hiding from us up here.
He was hiding.
Well, he was wrapped around on that tall
Correct.
temple,
Right.
trying to control the D side. There's no one on that D side for Omaha Vicious, as their attacker over there, Alexander Borromeo, got shot by Colt Roberts. And that's why that Vicious player had to look on that side of the field and then eventually bump out there. So nice work by Omaha Vicious.
Archie trying to get that cross-field shot on the Dorito side. Big move.
Nice
Coming
move.
in here.
Oh, and then does he get Billy? I
Oh.
think he gets him. And he does.
Nice
Comes
move.
creeping, runs in, pulls up his gun and shoots Billy.
Zach Sherman, nice move.
Well, Sherman was one of the heroes. Actually, you know, man, there's a lot of guys that stepped on Vicious for their second place performance at the first event, but the #1 name on my list was Zach Sherman.
Now it's up to the veterans, Archie Montemayor, Grayson Goff. They've been in this position before when they're down bodies, and they're the two guys that X Factor would want out there in this situation.
Yeah.
Archie trying to get that shot on that back center. He's got control of him.
That's a tough spot, man. I know it's Grayson and Archie, and those guys have done this before, but you're looking at 4 bodies, and it's just tough, man. No matter what field layout you have, those low body situations are tough to pull off. But that's how heroes are made.
Oh, and Zach Sherman just gets clapped up from Grayson Goff, just doing a quick head check.
And that is what San Antonio X Factor needed right there, was for someone to clock in, get a kill, and they did. So Zach Sherman dropping the ball here, high body situation, he walks off. So now it's Colby, Reeser, and Rosenthal to try to get it done here.
Oh, and it looks like
Does he get him?
Sauceman.
He's checking.
Yep.
Oh, wait, the ref's calling him out. Yeah, he got him.
Big move from Archie, makes it into the 50 and got that shot on him. 2-on-2 situation right now.
Yeah, this is huge for X Factor. They can't lose this game. If they go 1-3, they could be playing in another relegation match, 2-2, and give them a much better chance to stay out of that position. But it's really, you know, this is Omaha Vicious really wants to win this match, go to 2-1-1, and have a chance to progress forward, as Damage is sitting at 2-1-1, and they tied in their head-up matchup, so it's all about point spread.
Yeah, Trevor Reeser making some moves on a Dorito side, getting a Dorito too, so he can apply pressure to Archie's inside shots. And he's going streaking down the field. 50 Dorito is hot.
Yeah, so Omaha Vicious makes that move. Trevor Reeser.
Archie's he's gonna rock it right now. He's gonna take off, I believe.
Yeah, so
He's got the creep look going.
Yeah.
So Trevor Reeser had made that move. You can see him on your screen right now. And then now he comes back in. So the ball is in Trevor Reeser's court. He's in a good field position right now. He's on your screen, but this is tough. It's 2-on-2, and nobody wants to concede an inch here. It's tough as well because
making that move.
Well, Archie is separated from Grayson, and Trevor is separated from Shane Colby. So not a lot of teamwork going on here. You have to have that sixth sense right now. You have to have that unspoken teamwork, because it's going to be tough to actually physically speak to each other with that much distance between each other.
And right now, if Grayson put pressure on Trevor,
They
it
can
would
push
help
him
out.
out.
It would push him out and help Archie. So, like you said, they're not working together now. They need somehow to figure this out. And here he
Trevor
goes.
Reeser, like he did yesterday, and he's still alive. Nope, Archie got him. Archie's screaming that should be a penalty. It's a one-on-one situation. Archie's got no pain. Colby.
We haven't seen a one-on-one all tournament long. As close as these games have been, I'm surprised we haven't seen a one-on-one. So here we go. Archie Montemayor or Shane Colby. Who's going to step up for their squad
Both
right
of
now?
them, no pain for both of them. Just what's left in their loader. You're seeing Shane Colby, you know, just waiting for him. He's having some problems right now. Squeezing his gun right now.
So neither does Colby have any pain. I don't
Neither
think so.
do.
I don't think either one of them do.
Head checking is Archie Montemayor. Archie
He's looking
Montemayor.
in his loader there to see how many he has left.
Yeah, so Archie outside right now. Ooh, jump
Oh.
shot over the top from Shane Colby. Archie Montemayor out on the sideline here. And should he move forward? Probably not. There's not a lot to work with. He does have the next, the next big structure, the snake, the same one he's working with here, but one notch up. He doesn't want to cut into, you basically in a one-on-one, you never want to go down on your knee, you never want to put your face in the dirt. And Archie now looking around for paint. Shane Colby posted up. Ooh, burst another ball. So Shane Colby right now, head checking towards the inside. Tense moments here, one-on-one situation. Shane Colby, Archie Montemayor, no score, 12 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Both of these teams need a win.
So what happens if both of them have no paint and they're running for the flags? Do they get the fight?
That would be sweet.
Oh, here we go.
Making that move.
Yeah, Shane Colby bounces over. That's a good move for Shane Colby.
Maybe he wants to go pick up some paint that isn't in a swampland.
Yeah, Archie is closest to the flag, though, so that would give him a slight advantage now.
What he's doing is trying to pick up some paint. He is.
So now Shane Colby head checking, trying to get Archie to commit with one of those last few paintballs that he has. Archie now on the inside, gunned up towards Colby. Neither player with pretty much any paint. Colby's takes a big deep breath. He's like, well, this is a bad spot I'm in. No paint.
Oh. Bounced him.
So Archie moves up a spot. Oh, and Archie Montemayor with a huge one-on-one victory here to seal the deal at this point. And that's why they call him the moneymaker right there. So Archie Montemayor gonna hang it up. And the first point is gonna go to San Antonio X Factor. Nice work. And that's why we always talk about Archie as one of the best. And you know, man, Shane Colby did the best he could, picking paintballs off the ground, but I guess Archie must have found a nice shiny one on the ground, because that one definitely flew true. There's Colt Roberts coming right out to play this next point. Good to go. What a long first point that was, as 11 minutes. So that was pretty much, it was about an 8-minute and 13-second long point there.
Yeah, dude, I can't shoot him.
Let's listen in here with Archie.
I think so.
Parental advisory.
I don't think it was me, Grace. How much time? Minute 15, we're good.
So Archie getting suited and booted, ready to rock here for this next one. And we will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back. This game brought to you by Pro Edge Paintball. You know, San Antonio X Factor, one of the most successful teams in the world representing Texas, and Houston, Texas has an awesome store. Check out Pro Edge Paintball. John Jackson from VCK. So here we go. Oh, Vicious losing a body over here on the snake side of the field.
And Archie Montemayor dropping for X Factor, but Vicious losing Bortle as well. No snake presence, as opposed to what we have for X Factor being in the snake side bunker with meter. He's getting checked out, and a flag is getting pulled.
Which one is it?
And it's
it's a minor.
Oh, it's Dixon Yang. Sorry about that. He got clipped in his pod. You don't feel that. Colt Roberts filling out. So now it's a 3-on-2.
So Dixon Yang gonna walk off and got hit in that just straight armory he has on his back.
Yeah, he had, you know,
if he's gonna pick one, pick a minor.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, he did get shot. He did continue to play, but he did get hit. You can't feel that, man.
No,
He's got, like I said, that just gigantic paintball armory on his back, and it's really tough to feel those when you're diving out in your spot. So 10 minutes and 46 seconds to go. The minor ticking off for X Factor. They'll get that body back here shortly. Colt Roberts on your screen right now, rolling his gun. San Antonio X Factor, only 2 players left alive for them. Vicious has 3 as Scott Kemp and Colt Roberts combine to take out Bortle and Zach Sherman. But pretty soon it's going to be 3-on-3 here. 10 seconds left to go on that Dixon Yang penalty.
Yeah. I wonder if Scott Kemp knows where they are, because he's shooting cross field as if they were in the snake.
Snake. Yeah, that's what he's posted up here. So
oh, and
does
Gracie
Gracie
Goff
make it
comes
up?
3-on-3 now.
And that run, he looked like he got stuck in that mud that you were talking about back there.
Yeah, you get suction cup down there.
So, could be in for another long point here. 3-on-3, X Factor with the lead. Vicious has to push forward. They have Reeser, Rosenthal, and Borromeo, but they still have 2 players stuck in that back center. Right there on your screen, there's Parker Rosenthal, one of the heroes for Vicious in their second place performance. And here comes, there's Alexander Borromeo, and here comes, that is Trevor Reeser moving up forward.
So he gets shot in his leg, making the move from Colt Roberts underneath the A, I believe. Sauceman trying to fill out, and he does. So now it's 3-on-2.
9:25 left in this match.
Cole Roberts on your screen, and the other 2 players, Scott Kemp and Grayson Goff, who was able to make it out. And it looks like Todd Martinez, the coach of Omaha Vicious, is going to blow that horn, which is going to give another point to San Antonio X Factor, preserve some of that time, though. 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go. With X Factor with that 1-point lead, they were just going to start camping out and force the 2 players to push into X Factor's 3. So low percentage play there, smart move by Todd Martinez. Todd, let's listen in real quick, parental advisory. So quiet moments actually in Vicious's pitch. You see the wheels spinning in Todd's head. There's a couple quiet words.
Just letting his players know, what he wants out of them, what their jobs are, what their roles are, and how important this point is. We're looking at 9 minutes to 2-0 X Factor lead.
Okay, I didn't see the flag, so I didn't know it was kill 3.
Yeah, Parker saying he didn't see the flag, realized the kill count there. But calm and composed. They're down 2. This is a must-win situation for Omaha Vicious. So Todd, you have one of the best computer brains. I'm sorry, Nikki, you have one of the best computer brains helping out with the infamous in Dan Wake.
Yeah,
any information about who plays who?
Yeah, Dan Wake just let me know if X Factor wins, that will put Infamous playing 187. If Vicious wins, it'll put Infamous playing X Factor.
Oof. God, man, that means either the world champs or the team that won the last event will get relegated.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, welcome to the PSP Champions Division.
Hey,
the most brutal division on Earth.
Who's the other bracket? Who's playing the other one? Does he know that?
I will get on that, and we will find out what the brain of Infamous will tell me.
So here we go. X Factor on your screen right now on the swamp side. Billy Bernaccia digging out, tripping, falling, and it looks like he gets shot trying to get in. So advantage early to Vicious, but no, they lose a body too. And it's the rookie Nate Schrader, he takes the walk. So now Reeser, Rosenthal, Colby, and Sherman left alive for Vicious to try to get back in this game. 8 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Roberts, Goff, Niños, and Montemayor left alive. Montemayor and Roberts, the kill count leaders for San Antonio X Factor.
So we're looking at a 4-on-4 situation. And, right now, you got Archie just rolling his gun, controlling Colby, along with Colt Roberts. What we talked about earlier, why is Colt Roberts in that position? He is their number one. So he should be in a spot that is offensive and aggressive. Because there's only few opportunities on this field for that.
And it's tough though.
Right.
We watched Colby running in the trench warfare field in Dallas, point after point after point, just getting shot to bits or shooting people to bits.
Archie Montemayor getting shot out, I believe, from his mirror, wrapping inside, and that would be Zach Sherman getting a nice shot on him in his arm. Utilizing the whole bunker.
And here
Sauceman.
Vicious moving up to the right side of the A. Keep that pressure on, but he's there. He just needs to relax for a second. He doesn't need to push it too fast.
But I don't like playing that right side because what he needs to do right now for Colt, he needs to just bounce it off of that pin and send balls into him. That bounce shot's there.
Yeah, so Vicious in good position right now to get on the board. They have a 1-body advantage. 3 bodies left alive for X Factor, Roberts, Goff, and Niños. Reeser, Rosenthal, Colby, and Sherman left on the field still after that early death from Nate Schrader. He died off the break, that great off-the-break shot by Grayson Goff.
And you're looking at Colt Roberts right now, he's controlling Colby. Colby's trying to gunfight him in so he can spread the field and give Vicious a bigger advantage and play at 75% of this field.
And what Nicky means by that is how far out are you on the field? Are you in the snake? Are you up on the D side of the field? Or are you just playing up in the center, into the pocket, in that back center structures? So now
that was good for Vicious moving to the left side there, Nicky.
Yeah, I like it.
And he started realizing that that was a bad spot. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to the side where the fortress is.
Yeah, and I'm going to, do my job now. I'm going to cut down the Dorito side. But with that said, I think that Sherman needs to switch his gun and control Grayson Goff from filling out. Right now, there's only one player controlling him, and that's Colby, who's also being put in by Colt Roberts. Now they're trying to do the two-man operation on the Dorito side with Vicious, which is a good move.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have two bodies on that D side, you really can work together, help put guys in order to progress up the field. Sherman already in really good field position up the center. He can help out too.
Yeah, and Trevor Reeser spreading down the Dorito side to Dorito 2, gaining some more real estate to apply pressure to Grayson Goff.
So here we go with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in this match.
Oh,
this is a
Sauceman coming through. No one's looking at it.
Rosenthal. Parker Rosenthal, the run through.
Right to the neck by Colt as he was creeping by.
And as that happens, they slip into the snake with Colby, and they also slip into the 50 Dorito.
Hey, he did get a body, though. Just 2 players left alive, so still the advantage on Vicious's side. 2 players for X Factor and 3 for Omaha Vicious. Time ticking off that clock. Field is being spread. Good field position on the D side as Trevor Reeser, who's become a real solid player past couple seasons for Omaha Vicious, such an aggressive attacker, and they needed that, and he's been doing work.
There needs to be some communication between the Dorito side and the snake side, since they're at 100% of the field, which is playing both wires to pinch out Colt Roberts and apply that pressure. So the Dorito side player, Zach Sherman, Trevor Reeser, needs to be rapping, playing from the outside in, put in his Dorito, his first opponent that he's gonna get into a gunfight with, put him in.
So now Colby making his way up the snake, dead center on your screen. He's trying to get a shot on Colt Roberts there. Colt Roberts peeking out of that center tower on the X Factor side of the field. And now the move made by Trevor Reeser past the 50-yard line. Trevor Reeser in a good spot. Oh, scramble.
Does he make it?
Ninos Meter makes it back.
Oh,
no.
He does, and he gets it clipped right at the end. Got stuck in that mud.
And then Colt Roberts gets taken out as well. So here comes Omaha Vicious to pull within 1 with probably just about, I think, 4 minutes and 10 seconds when that flag gets hung. Yeah, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So nice work by Parker Rosenthal. Zach Sherman and Parker Rosenthal. He had that good run through. He got shot by Meter, but so Dimitri Ninos, one of the last 2 players left alive, he got taken out. Colby gets himself a 2-pack. He shot Billy Bernacchi and Grayson Goff. And Trevor Reeser also a 2-pack for him too. Good, solid teamwork there by Omaha Vicious. And Todd Martinez, the coach of that team, should be proud of them there in that point to pull within 1 here. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And now we're gonna get a look in the pits.
That was good teamwork. Smart, slow play, working together as a team, and taking those opportunities when they were given to them.
Yeah, and you can see still calm and methodical in the pits here. There's Todd, the coach of the team, Parker Rosenthal, and there's Nate Schrader. So who is going to be sent out? Who's Todd going to send out to play this next point here? There's Zach Sherman with the red beanie. And on the flip side, X Factor, they do not want to lose another game here. So it looks like if Vicious wins, they will move on to the semifinals. But if they lose, then it will be Tampa Bay Damage making it back in to Sunday's competition in that semifinal matchup. So beautiful day here at OXCC Paintball Park for the last game of the prelims here. And what a crazy day we've seen. 2 crazy days.
2 crazy days.
And opposite, the complete 180 opposite of the craziness that we saw in Dallas, which was a bloodbath field. And then out here, straight technical, just outweight the other team, win your gunfights. But I like what I'm seeing out of these teams. And you know, the 10 teams that comprise the Champions Division have not let us down, so with the exception of Art Chaos. That was a shocker for Art Chaos to go 0-4, but they can redeem themselves tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And that's what's crazy. So there's a potential here that it could be if X Factor, so if X Factor loses this, you were saying, Nikki, then you guys have to play X Factor tomorrow morning?
If X Factor loses, then we would play X Factor.
Okay, well then that means that, okay, well that means either
187 would play
Art Chaos. So, all right, well that means that either Art Chaos, there's 3 big teams there. Yeah, you got the world champion San Antonio X Factor potentially having to play if they lose. Now they still have a 1-point lead here, so I don't want to say anything away from them. Yeah, the Dallas champions, infamous. It's, but again, like we said, we've been saying all weekend, welcome to the PSP Champions Division. The hardest paintball league in the entire planet. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here. Kill count leaders for San Antonio X Factor, no surprise. Archie Montemayor with 3, Colt Roberts with 3. Couldn't get much done in that last point. Trevor Reeser stacking up them kills. 5 confirmed for him. Sherman with 1, Shane Colby with 2. But Vicious still down by 1 here with just about a minute to go. What sort of breakout you looking at here, Nikki, for these 2 teams coming out here for this next point?
For Todd, I think I see Todd sending a gut move, you know, up the gut.
Up the center?
Yeah, but it's probably, you know, the #1 spot on the field to get to safely.
And if you can, especially if X Factor plays the middle of the field, try to keep them pinched in. I would say look for X Factor to do the same.
I don't know. I mean, they've definitely, you know, thrown some zingers in there with Billy Bernacci spreading the field to the snake side corner, and he's made it. Yeah. So, you know, if he's making it, I could see, you know, Ryan Brand sending that kid out there. And, you know, but I would really like to see Colt Roberts, you know, being the 1 instead of, you know, doing that job of that crossfield shot.
Well, I think that, you know, with this layout, it forced a lot of coaches and teams to really try to figure out where they should put their bodies.
And Todd does send him up the middle. He makes it.
Nice call, Nikki.
Billy Bernacci gets shot trying to go to the Snake Aztec. Scott Kemp makes it into Dorito 1 alive. And
so it was Parker Rosenthal with the kill with Billy Bernacci, but now Shane Colby gets shot out. Reeser still up in the center. 3 bodies in the backfield for Omaha Vicious. Doubled up in that stand-up temple. Zach Sherman. They're rolling his gun towards the D side of the field. So only 1 gun for Omaha Vicious towards this snake side. But, you know, in this afternoon bracket, we've seen the teams almost completely abandon the snake side. With the exception of Billy Bernacci and San Antonio X Factor. I thought Billy played a really good game in their win. Yeah, against Impact.
And Damage tried to spread the field, but Brian Smith kept on getting shot.
Well,
this is
the layout,
open,
man.
It's the most open spot on the field to try and get to. And you got, you know, the heavy gunner spots right there in the middle.
Not like they say, it's a 50-50 run for the snake guy to get there out to those corners. Would you say that was a 50-50 or was it a 60-40 against, or 70-30?
70-30.
70-30 to that corner, right?
Yeah.
So now here we go, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Time is ticking off the clock. That's all the game time left here in regulation. So can Vicious tie it up, maybe force another overtime?
Borromeo making a move on Dorito side. Archie Montemayor making it. Grayson Goff filling. So now.
That's good because he keeps Vicious going down that Dorito side.
Yep.
So they got 2 guns operating left and right.
Yeah, so X Factor doubling up that back center. Vicious has got out wide a little bit. They have much better field position as they have Trevor Reeser up in the center. They also have a player out wide on the D side of the field, but time is starting to tick off that clock. We are at the 2-minute mark, 2:05 left on the clock. X Factor locked into those gunfights, rolling their guns, try to preserve their lead here, but it's evened up on the body count, 4-on-4. Montemayor, Goff, Kemp, and Roberts left for X Factor, and Rosenthal, Reeser, Sherman, and Borromeo, the rookie who's actually the second-ranked player for Omaha Vicious after the first event. And he's played very well for them this year.
Yeah, I think Archie right now should be shooting into that, you know, the A bunker with the extended part of the cakes, trying to get those bounce shots and, you know, at least scare Trevor, you know, and not let him have that freedom, which he did. He just shot through the A. I believe he got that shot on Scott Kemp.
So now it's 4-on-3 Vicious.
Oh, Vicious has a chance, but they don't have much time left. They only have 1 minute and 15 seconds. They've got to start mounting. They got to get in position to mount an attack. And that's one of the things. If you neglect the snake and time is ticking off, then you have to position to get into that into those bunker sets.
It's 1 minute right now.
Right now, the gun battle is Trevor Reeser versus Archie Montemayor. Trevor's going to try and come through. Ref's going in to check out Archie. And he's saying he's
Archie's
good
just sweating
right
bullets
now.
right there.
Yeah.
Seeing him creep on him.
Archie's like, come on.
Get away.
Let the time tick off. We need this victory.
Yep.
So there goes Vicious now, trying to, like you said.
And Archie just shoot. He just need. Oh man, he just.
And here's the chance. Here comes Trevor Reeser trying to win the game or tie it up. I'm sorry for Omaha Vicious.
Grayson
he takes out Colt Roberts.
Grayson shot out Bormeo, leaving a 2-on-1 situation. Grayson, he's going to make that move. Crossfield, there's 25 seconds.
And he digs out to the back corner bunker. It's still 2-on-1. Sherman has the flag.
18 seconds.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need to shoot him. No, he's got to
dives
bounce.
the flag in. No,
Where are they
I don't
gonna
think
go?
so. I don't think they're going to call it. He dives it in. And we will see. Colt Roberts, I think, put a ball on him as he was diving in. That's going to be a tough.
Grayson.
I'm sorry, Grayson. It's going to be a tough call from the referee. Smart heads-up play by Zach Sherman. You don't have to shoot everyone. You just have to hang that flag.
Yeah, but it looked like, you know, from my eyes.
Now the hang's good, man.
Okay, but from my eyes, it looked like the left arm went out of bounds before he even hung the flag. That gun went out of bounds.
You're that ref.
I'm just saying.
You're that ref.
Hey, I'm critical.
Hey, you got to call it like you see it.
Yeah.
But to me, it looked like an awesome play by Zach Sherman to tie it up and force an overtime point here. So what an amazing play. Zach Sherman, Parker Rosenthal, and Alexander Borromeo combined to come through there and tie it up with just 13 seconds
Alex,
to
find
play.
out soon.
And there's Ryan Brand and the rest of X Factor. Let's listen in real quick. Still very calm in the pits for them. Dixon Yang, Colt Roberts there, dead center of your screen. Let's check out this replay here. Ryan Brand's gonna have to figure out what play to run here in overtime. So here comes, look at this, Zach Sherman, the captain of this team. Look at this, he sees the gun is not switched his way and he tries to dive in there and he goes out wide. And let's look at this from the opposite angle. So there goes Zach Sherman and he dives in. I don't know why you're making all these hand gestures over here, Nikki. The referee already called him clean.
Steve Rabikoff agrees with me. I agree to disagree, Matt.
All right, fine, whatever. Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Let's just watch the ref call him clean here.
It's like you're
Let's
calling. It's like you're calling a spade a
That's
heart.
let's watch him call
whatever.
it.
Let's leave the ref right here. Let's see. Where's the thumbs up sign? Oh yeah, there's a thumbs up sign there. Hand was clean. Strange.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. So stage is set here. 2-2 is the score for the overtime point. Is it going to be Vicious? A lot's at stake here because, you know, if X Factor, if Vicious wins this game, they move on, and X Factor, if they lose this game, then and a timeout's called by X Factor. So nice work there by Ryan Brand. That's a smart timeout to call. So if X Factor loses this match, I believe they will be playing in the relegation match. And
if Vicious wins, they're moving on.
That's what it. That's
and if Vicious loses, what happens?
That's what all of the human computers are telling us.
Mr.
So
Wake.
yeah. So we will be right back
to
here
find that out.
after a few messages from our sponsors.
Isn't just a field. This is my home. This isn't just a team. This is my family. This isn't just a sport. This is a way of life. This isn't just a league. This is the MSXL.
Win. Yeah, well, last weekend I shot
There's the owner of San Antonio X Factor realizing that arms crossed, sitting there watching, judging, thinking. There's Dimitri Ninos. That's a good little shot right there of the new and the old generation. X Factor.
What's the play you run, Matt?
Wouldn't exist. God, well, we've seen straight up ties. And then what happens in a tie? We've been talking about what happens in a win or lose.
Oh, we got Billy the Snake corner on the break.
I was going to say they're probably going to play conservative. So one and one. Two players coming off from both sides. I don't see anyone coming off for X Factor yet. They have 5 players alive.
Five alive.
Billy made it to that snake corner. And there he goes right into the snake.
Billy is low crawling, belt
like
on the ground into the snake. He makes it in there. We haven't even, I don't think I've seen that move yet. It was possible, but so Billy makes it in. So Billy is now in position in the snake for San Antonio X Factor to try to make it happen. They still have 5 bodies left alive here.
2 minutes and 25 seconds. All these overtimes have gone to time and ended in a tie. Can X Factor close it out? Grayson Goff makes a move to play side by side with Billy in that wing as Billy gets into Snake 2. And for Vicious, they're going down the Dorito side heavy.
And here comes X Factor going on the snake side heavy. And like Matt said, you got to put your players in position.
Archie Montemayor getting taken out, but Colt Roberts matching Vicious. So it's 2 in the Doritos for both teams, and offensive spots for X Factor, defensive spots for Vicious. Big move from Billy getting into that 50, makes it clean, and it looks like Zach Sherman's getting shot. And there's a red flag. Zach Sherman, after he does...
Worst timing ever for a major penalty here in overtime. And that is going to give San Antonio X Factor the chance to come through and put this last point on the board.
Oh, man.
Well, we got sprayed.
Wow, I just got shot on the forehead.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow, no one is safe.
We're not safe up here either.
But I'll tell you what, congratulations to San Antonio X Factor, as San Antonio X Factor is going to hang that flag up, and Grayson Goff hangs the flag. The referee is checking him out right now. And what stellar work by X Factor to take advantage of that penalty there, and that was the worst time ever for them to get that penalty. So Zach Sherman shooting himself and his team in the foot by getting that major penalty there in the closing moments, or actually mid-moments.
Yeah, when you're feeling yourself get hit, get out, I can see the paint spraying off of his body.
Yeah, that was, well,
do we got a replay on that?
Yeah, I hope we have a replay. That was the worst scenario ever right there for Omaha Vicious in the, in that overtime point. As the mid part of that point was going down, he gets that penalty, and then X Factor just immediately closes it out. And wow, that's a
and you got hit too.
A dramatic turn of events there.
You're not even playing. You got
I feel like I'm in the pits right now.
Yeah. Wiping Nikki down up here.
Yeah. So wow, congratulations to San Antonio X Factor as they take the victory. So I believe does that put Vicious in? I think that puts Vicious at the midpoint.
Yep.
So they'll be 5 or 6, and won't have to play in regulation, I think. And so X Factor, does that put them on? So let's see. X Factor heading into this particular game, that puts X Factor at 2-2, and it puts Vicious at 1-2-1. So impact for sure is going on. Damage is so that means impact and damage move on. And I believe that X Factor, that puts Vicious in, I think, in a relegation game.
Versus Art Chaos.
Versus Art Chaos. Because, yeah, okay, so, and then also Crew, no, I'm sorry, 187. So 187 Crew is 1-3. They're definitely playing in a relegation game.
Versus us.
Versus you guys. And Vicious was 1-2-1. Well, let's check in with Lauren Kelly down on the sidelines.
Hey guys, I am here with Grayson Goff and Ryan Brand. Congratulations, you guys just won one of the most important matches for you this weekend. Grayson, were you really surprised when Zachary Sherman ran down the field and hung the flag to tie that with like 13 seconds left?
I mean, that was a really smart play by him, and I should have been, I knew that there wasn't much time left, and I was just trying to make a play on that Dorito guy to stay alive longer, and he hid, and that's when I was like, oh crap, I need to look the other way. And I just missed him. Yeah, he got in there clean.
Ryan, overtime on this field is so hard to win. 3 minutes is not a lot of time.
Yeah.
What was your strategy going in to be the only team to win overtime this weekend?
Yeah, what happened is that we knew we had to win that point because Vicious already had a tie. And so we broke out wide. We sent Billy to the corner, which is a huge risk, but I knew that Vicious was just going to lock it up if we didn't. So we had to go for it. It worked out. We won.
That you did. Good job, guys. They won both of their matches today and will be moving on. Damage will also be moving on, but back to you guys.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, yeah, congratulations, man. X Factor, better late than never. And we're finally able to come through here with a victory and moving on. So, wow, it's...
And I think for tomorrow, it would be Dynasty. We'd be playing, looks like Damage.
Well, Damage took the loss against Impact, which made them
second in the bracket.
Yeah, second in the bracket.
So it would be the number 1, which would be Dynasty, playing the 2nd seed, which would be Damage.
I mean, you know what's crazy? Is I'm sitting here looking at this Byzantine labyrinth of scores and point spreads and ties, and I've never, ever seen an event this close before. I mean, typically it's a lot easier to figure this out because, you know, normally you don't see ties.
And we talked about that in the breakdown.
We did on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. We were shooting the breakdown. We talked about how crazy that this particular 10-team setup was, and we had all collectively, all 3 of us agreed. Hey, and Nikki, you can tell us what you think, but we had basically said it was like, hey, what do you think about these 10 teams? And we were like, I think this is probably the strongest 10 teams that we've had in maybe 4 or 5 years.
Definitely. You know? It's, you know, across the board, you know, anyone could win at any given time.
And it was 10 teams, but it was also 10 teams on a tough layout.
Which made it even crazier.
Yeah,
so that's why I was like, oh, slow layout, but I was entertained because of how insane it was. That was the thing. Tough layout, challenging layout, and 10 hard-hitting teams, and some younger teams that really had finally stepped up and proven themselves out here. You know, Shock is moving on. How big of that's huge, man. Shock finally repping for the Aftershock legacy, and we talked about it today. But if you hadn't listened to those games, man, it's one of those situations where it's like they had literally spent 3 years now building that program up, and for this moment to finally make it into the semifinals again and have a chance to win a PSP tournament. So let me ask you this question. Other than Dynasty, who do you think looks the best out there? Because I don't think it's really an argument right now. I think Dynasty looks the best. They went 4-0. No other team was able to do that.
Honestly, they looked the best. I would put the team that played, the squad that played against Damage, the Impact squad that played against Damage, I think they can compete as well. The team that played against X Factor, I don't know about that squad, but the Impact game against Damage, that squad, they look good. But you know what, man? Shock. Aftershock looks great, bro. I mean, like,
hey,
come
I like it. I like the call right there. Nikki, who do you got?
No,
I mean,
on this field,
if you're looking at it from the past 2 days, it's Dynasty's got the favor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
and like you said, if it's the Impact squad that came out and played Damage, yeah, but not against X Factor if that squad comes out. And I mean, I'm just repeating
and don't
what he
count
said.
out. Don't count out Damage. I mean, they get to the final. They get to the final 4. They figure out how to win. And on this layout, guys, it's anybody's game tomorrow.
I totally agree. Well, it's going to be insane tomorrow. But before we sign off, before we get to the highlight reel, before we sign off, let's check in with Lauren Kelly with the Challengers update.
Hey guys, again on day 2, so many amazing matches. As you saw here on the champion field just earlier, Boom versus Red Storm. Boom won 6-1, and VCK and Union tied. Now over on the actual challenger field, Heat went up against Russians and Excessive. They won both of their matches, so they went undefeated in the prelims. VCK won 3 and tied 1. Russians won 3 and lost 1, so we'll definitely see them tomorrow. There was one really interesting and exciting match. It was between Storm and VCK. The very first point was 17 minutes. 1 point went on for 17 minutes. Then VCK got the win 2-1. It was an amazing day. We're all done down here on the sidelines for day 2, but I will see you tomorrow. Back to you, Maddie.
I'm sitting here writing down all these scores, and I just so much bizarre stuff happening. So here is Sunday's schedule, and after all of the math that we've been doing up here and trying to figure out who in the hell is going to move on, it's going to be Los Angeles Infamous. Nikki, there it is. That's your opponent for tomorrow morning. You're going to be taking on Upton 187 crew for the right to maintain your Champions League spot, and then it's going to be Vicious versus Art Chaos. That is going to be 2 crazy games. And then it's going to be Houston Heat and Trenton Top Gun Union. The winner of that game will move back into the Champions Division. And then it's going to be Houston VCK again in the semifinals. Man, Houston VCK that's 2 tournaments in a row.
They're trying to get that spot. And how awesome would that be for Mr. Ryan Smith to get that spot if they can move up, and all of the Houston VCK.
Yeah, the Jacksons, all those guys. I mean, they worked really hard. They had a great divisional story coming up. Yeah, so let's check out the highlights before we sign off here. And man, what a great day of competition. There's Carl Markowski,
the microwave, heating up,
heating things up, man. The spark plug. Some of the most dynamic moves we saw out there in 2014. Pretty much, when you watch Chicago Aftershock play, you do not know what Carl Markowski is going to do. There's Carl Markowski right there in a run through, and yeah, here's Sergey Sonaiskov from Art Chaos, and just Art Chaos. No one thought there's Markowski getting destroyed there, but he doesn't care, man. That guy. Yeah, and that's one of the things. Carl, when he was young in his career, not as mentally strong as he is now, that he's in his late 20s and, has spent a lot of time playing paintball.
Shane Pistana coming through.
Yeah, so Shane Pistana helped him finish off the last player there in that matchup that they played against Dynasty. And then here comes Alexander Bernikov, the 2012 Top Gun Award winner, when they were taking on Infamous. Nikki, was that you in the back corner?
No, let's not talk about that. That wasn't cool.
And there's one of your teammates, Drew Templeton. And there comes Zach Wake, the MVP from the finals. And then there's Drew Templeton getting shot out, trying to get out wide. There's Carl Markowski. This is when his tank exploded.
Did you hear about that?
Hit so hard his tank exploded off his gun.
That's because he's so fast.
Yeah, all that power. And those ridiculous fast twitch muscles that he got gifted from the gods.
Brandon Short getting shot out by, who was that? That was me.
Drew Templeton played really well today for Los Angeles Infamous, stepping up. That's what's so scary. I mean, you guys are playing a relegation game, but there's such a deep roster there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a a team that we cannot take lightly with 187. They're playing good. And I'm very interested to see who's going down from the other relegation match with Vicious and Art Chaos, who just got in.
Yeah, got in. They went 0-4. The only way to redeem themselves is like tomorrow morning. This is crazy. This whole year is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, this whole year is gonna be like this.
My hands are up.
Rab's just throwing his hands up. He's like, "That's it." I don't even know what else to say.
We have the 2 teams that were in the finals in Dallas playing for relegation. But that's gonna be.
It's true.
And who would have thought that? But that's gonna be this year. It's just gonna be a dogfight all year long.
It's nothing but heavyweights in this league, man. There's Nate Schrader, the rookie for Vicious, who played pretty well. He did get a penalty. That was a penalty right there. So mental mistake by Schrader, but he'll shake it off. And then closing that out, Eddie Painter for that Upton 187 crew game they played against Vicious.
Jumped over the moat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here was
Eddie Painter.
Yeah, that was a run through from Eddie Painter. And Vicious.
Sauceman getting shot in his head.
Yeah, that's a tough spot though, man. The gunfights that were happening out of that back bunker. And then this was El Yusuf, who was about to catch one. He's out there in the open a little bit, rolling his gun, and bam, can't dodge that one. Came close. Actually, he didn't get shot in the goggles. He got shot twice,
twice in his leg and one in his pack.
And there was Dalton Vanderbilt for Tampa Bay Damage.
Jacob Edwards.
This is that game against Impact. Look at that frustration on Jacob Edwards' face as he gets shot out of his bunker. But, that's tough, man. We saw a lot of that, though. So many guys are so frustrated with themselves and they lose the gunfight, even if they were playing well. But that's how bad these teams want it here. And there's Dave Baines. Watch this one. He's going to catch one. He comes out, tries to head check back, can't do it, and so angry. But that's, Dave Baines
jumped like 1 foot.
He's got the heart of a champion, man.
He jumped so high.
And then this is Zach Sherman grabbing the flag for this awesome hang right here. And then spreads out wide and looks and realizes no one's looking at me. Bam, runs in there and dives in, hangs that flag for the victory, or I'm sorry, for the tie to send it in. But wasn't good enough, though, or was good enough there. But unfortunately for Vicious, Parker Rosenthal got that major penalty. I think it was Parker. Parker got that penalty, right?
And this is the Sherman
I think
right
this
now.
Is it.
This is when he starts getting shot. Ref's calling him out. Still calling him out. Now he keeps on shooting. He's getting shot in his leg.
Yeah, that's pretty legit right there. And so that is going to do it. So it couldn't have got crazier. I mean, we've never seen this many ties. Rab, like you said, you have the two teams that were in the finals at the first event playing for their champion division lives tomorrow. So you want to tune in tomorrow morning very early, as the first two games, to me, are some of the most exciting matches. I mean, yeah, we'll crown champions throughout the day, the divisional finals during mid part of the day, and then champs and challengers finals. But, man, I love watching those relegation games because they're just so dramatic. Because no team out here, particularly Vicious and Infamous, they do not want to go down. Neither does Arc Chaos. Arc Chaos does not want to drop down. They don't want to. They just came from the Challengers division. They mashed through the Challengers division, and but just getting mashed on here in the prelims and went 0-4. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting the sport. Very much. Just like to send a shout out to all of our supporters out there, and you know, and all of our haters for making us stronger. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Matty Marshall, Nikki Cuba, Steve Rabakoff, Lauren Kelly, our whole broadcast crew. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a bloodbath. PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. Stay tuned.
Boom.